What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, as most of you guys know, I have this 1983 Chevy Blazer that has been lifted 4 inches and has professionally had its fenders shaved so that it can fit larger 31-inch all-terrain tires. I also have this 2000 GMC Sierra 1500 with a 5.3 liter V8, and it has more than proven its ability to take a beating off-road. And finally, we have the big, gigantic 2003 Hummer H2, which was literally built after the military's go-all-do-anything monster all-utility vehicle. From factory, comes stock with 34.4 inch tires. Like let me just read this comment real quick that I got on my last video. So basically, this thing is built to go off-road, and now it is finally time to lift this. My 1998 C5 Corvette, which might I point out, is lower than a pop can. So in celebration of lifting this Corvette, I decided to throw on the old rally wheels. But if you'll notice, the rears are the only ones on, and that's because up here on the front, I recently replaced the rotors and the brake pads, and what happened is everything got thicker and wider. And if you saw that video where I made it so that those crazy wheels could actually fit on this, it was like pushing every limit. And now with the bigger brakes, nothing fits. So all that work was for nothing until those wear down to a point where I can put them back on. So I need slightly bigger wheels, like 16s, 17s now, to run a more all-terrain-ish tire. So that's exciting. But speaking of wheels, I purchased some wheels, and I'm freaking hyped because I've actually wanted a set of these wheels for a while. So come here, check them out. So here are the stock C6 wheels that I normally have on my Corvette. And I just want to point out a small difference in tire width there. So these wheels came off of a 900 horsepower C6 Z06. Originally, he had these listed at $1,200, but we worked out a deal where I would pay $500 and do a video on his Corvette. And he gave us a little tease. He gave us a little teaser. So
head, move.
Head, move. Move. Move that big nose.
It's like an orange on a toothpick.
So, anyways, here's a little teaser of that car. It's bad. I'm really excited. When that video drops, it will be the fastest car that's ever been on this channel.
It's getting away.
Damn it. Get back here. Alright, here's the wheel that I bought. I'm freaking hyped. 3, 2, 1. Booyah! I have wanted a set of these for so freaking long. So, guys, if I'm being honest, I didn't have a real immediate need for these wheels. It was kind of an impulse buy. But it's only 500 bucks. Like, I could sell these all day long for 800 bucks. And like, look at all that tread. Like, that'll last me a year at least. So, and normally just one of these tires is 500 bucks.
Wow, a whole year?
A whole year. So, you guys, so you want to know something really cool about Corvette wheels? It fits on an S10 Blazer! recently discovered that this is leaking gasoline again, but now here in the back, do you see all that? That's gas. Sweet. Death trap fired on fire, waiting to explode, and yeah, this is flaming dumpster fire is what I was trying to look for, those words. Okay, so to lift the Corvette, I'm gonna be using this. We're gonna lift it 2 to 4 inches depending upon what it will do with 2x4.
Did you mean to do that?
No, I left it. I left it where it was, where I said it, and I moved it, and it no, I didn't.
Popped pop can.
Sorry. A whoopsie. Guys, I just realized something. So, do you remember when I said I had 15 parking spots? Well, I actually think that it is more like 18. Let me show you. This is so sick. Check this out. Look. Oh my gosh. I've got an entire row of parking up here. I could park at least 2 more cars here. Oh my gosh, my neighbors have got to just absolutely hate me. All right, let's get this vet lifted. So guys, the original plan for the lift kit for the vet was to make 4 of these. Now this we were planning on mounting to the top of where the shock goes, right up there, and then we were going to get a coilover that would mount to the bottom there and just act like normal, and then you'd have a couple 4 inches of lift here plus whatever the coilover was. But these Corvette suspensions are what is called a monoleaf suspension. So with usual truck suspension, usually when they lift the rear end of a truck, what they'll do, it's really simple. They will take this leaf right here. This is called leaf spring. That is a leaf spring suspension. And what they will simply do is put a block right there, however tall they want, either 4 inches, and that will raise the whole axle down 4 inches, and that's a 4-inch lift. So I plan on doing essentially the same exact thing with the Corvette. My hypothetical plan here, if you look under here, here is the monoleaf suspension. So that one giant bar that goes all the way over to there, that's the whole suspension. That's the monoleaf. So hypothetically, right there, I should be able to just put a 2 to 4 inch block in there, and that'll raise the leaf spring down, and maybe it will lift the foot 4 inches. My only concern is the angle of this. I don't know if it's gonna be too far that way or too far that way, and it might be too much for it and break it. And then in that case, I would just sink to the bottom, and I would just, yeah, at that point, I would have a no-inch lift. Let's take this off and throw some wooden blocks under it. I am gonna have to get extended bolts for that, but I think we should be good. I think that'll be it. So when I lifted that A-arm up, there's now a space in there. See that? I can put my finger under there. So now I need to get a piece of wood to shove in there to lift it up even more. I really badly need a workbench. Whoa! Don't caught my leg. I got a wedge. Perfect. I'll just tap it. This is genuinely terrifying. No! No! freaking battery died. Dang it! Wait, no, it didn't. It's so close, come on. Yeah. That's probably super dangerous, but I'm curious to see if just that lifted it at all. That looks lifted to me. I think it lifted it.
Yeah, it's definitely higher on that back. Yeah?
That's gonna work. I just lifted my Corvette with blocks. It's horribly sketchy right now, but it's lifted.
Well, are you gonna fix it being sketchy, or are you just gonna leave it sketchy?
Oh no, I have to fix it. 100% I have to fix it. I wonder if a pop can will fit under it now.
Well, you probably have to lift the.
What? It totally. It's higher than a pop can now. That's fantastic. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Is that as high as you're gonna lift it though?
Maybe.
Can't do much mobbing with that.
Maybe no. This is totally gonna work though. That's I'm a genius. Look at that. Look at that gap. 4 inches there when normally there's not even barely 2. I'm hyped. So I just found something out about the C5 Corvette that is really cool. It's got adjustable suspension. So that bolt goes all the way through to the A-arm right there. Do you see that? So it goes all the way up to that one and connects there. And there's 2 bolts that you can slide adjustable, and that puts where it has the leaf spring at, and it changes it. So mine was actually all the way bottomed out, so it was as low as it possibly could. So I just cranked it. Legitimately, that's probably an inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches there. And now it should be 2 inches lifted just from that. And I took the piece of wood out from under there. So I'm gonna crank both sides of these, lay it down, and see where it stands then, because that might lift it enough, honestly, just by itself. So like, check this out. When I jack that part up, I jack up the leaf spring, there's that much play in it until it starts doing like that. So what you can do is tighten that bolt up there. So I took out the wooden spacer. Now let's just see how much cranking the suspension did. Yo. Yo.
I thought I was waiting for you to put it down.
I can fit my whole freaking fist in here. What?
Wow. Can you do it in the front too?
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure.
Holy cow.
I'm a little nervous because I'm pretty sure now the suspension's really binded tight. And it might not be very durable, but check that out. Holy crap.
Cow. Now stick the can under there.
Gosh.
I think
now
that's.
I can almost fit my can under there. Yeah, that'll fit.
I think that's more than the little lift you just did. Is.
And it's stock too.
Wow.
That's so legit. Well, looks like I'm just gonna flip around and do it to the front, and we've got a lifted vet. Holy crap.
You look crazy.
I look sweaty.
Sexy.
Sweaty.
Crazy sexy.
Sweaty.
I like that dirt on you.
You're close with the S, but not. Okay, so here's the stock ride height. I can fit like 2 fingers maybe in there. It's pretty dang low. So the front of the car is the same basic design. So here's the leaf spring right here, comes over here, and then there's an adjustability screw thing right here. It just goes through the bottom of there. in the bottom of that, there's a little pad, and it just pushes down on this. So let's adjust it. All right, guys, are you ready to see the Corvette's final form? Yo! Oh, gotta be really freaking honest. I'm in love with it. I was so intimidated by doing this, but like we went from barely 2 to now like a solid 4. Like that's a solid increase. I'd be willing to bet that the vet could make it up this now.
Sorry, buddy. Did Daddy scare the freaking Beneezers out of you? I don't know what those are, but you don't want them scared out of you, that's for sure. He's still gonna scrape. 100%. Oh, there it is. Oh!
I freaking did it! I thought there was no way that this car would ever get up that driveway. Like I was like, there's no way, ever. Like, cause the V scrapes, even when you like hit it at an angle like that, and it struggles to get up it, the truck struggles to get up this thing, and it just walked right up it.
It scraped a little. You didn't
hear
hear that?
A tiny bit. Yeah, it did scrape a tiny bit in the middle.
Yeah.
But like, I'm blown away. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped though. This looks wild. Now
you scared the crap out of your little baby. Look at how cool he is. Oh, my precious.
So C5 owners, if you ever wanted to turn your car into a slightly lifted rally car, it is extremely easy. You literally just have to tighten 4 bolts. So freaking cool. But guys, on a real note, thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love doing YouTube. It requires a lot of money. I would love to get into the performance side of things, you know, cam, turbo, supercharger, all that stuff. That stuff costs a lot more money. Hence the reason why the Burlacker sold the Hummer so that he could afford to do performance mods to his GT350. Now, if I like got super big on YouTube, I think that, and the V would all either have a turbocharger, a supercharger, or nitrous. And that would probably eventually have an LS swap. But thanks again so much for watching. I'm so stoked to finally take this thing to the dunes now that it's lifted and has some freaking ground clearance, and we won't absolutely destroy everything on it if we go and really try and mob it. So get ready for that, because this and that Hummer are gonna be hitting the dunes here real soon. That 31 over there is kind of looking like a snack. Oh boy. Pop can test. I've got a pop can and two fingers. That's wild. Oh my gosh.